sports. It's in the game.
That wasn't a lucky play. That was just good football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And we are underway from Miami. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And he will be taken down deep in Las Vegas territory. It's a big play there for Miami. 47 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And the Dolphins are going to have a first and goal. It's some good running there. Gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Going to the air, Tagovailoa looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
On second down, Tua toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early, but they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Achane. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. So a decision to be made. Is this something, opening drive maybe they discussed before the game?
They had to, and that's the responsible way of getting ready for a game. You go through situations with your staff, you go through scenarios, and you read your team.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Throw left side, pulled in by Tucker. Down the left sideline. Inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Trey Tucker, 78 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And Hill will opt for the touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
What a first quarter he's been putting together. He scored the touchdown earlier, and he's in phase right out of the gate. Right now, he's playing with such confidence, he doesn't believe that they have an answer for him no matter what they do on defense. And here's another big play to prove his point.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Right back to Achane on second down. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll run for it with Achane. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
7-7, our score after one. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Tua sets up to pass it. This is caught. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A first run for the backup, Abdullah. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Myers in motion right.
The 2nd down run for Abdullah. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
Now a 2nd and 6.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run and, of course, get to the quarterback.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
pressure comes, and down he goes. Malcolm Kuntz with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. So on fourth down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. And timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on fourth down. Now this is fielded in the end zone. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. They're just going to run it here up the middle. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This is a game, Charles, it's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
Jalen Phillips, the edge man on the tackle. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a quick throw out wide to Myers. Now he's free at the 35. Jacoby Myers. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Jacoby Myers. 70 yards. And the Raiders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Carlson now to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And Hill will opt for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just there, you know, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down right there at the 38. 25 yards that time.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Tua. He's got Smith here. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. They'll go. Achane. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And they begin the drive with Abdullah. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Second down and a yard. Myers in motion right.
Again, it's Abdullah. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On first down, Abdullah.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On second down, this is Madison. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play, as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here's 3rd and 10.
We have played 3 quarters.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Back now in Miami. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Myers in motion right.
They'll give up the gut to Abdullah. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Myers in motion right.
They go with Abdullah again. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Up the middle, Abdullah.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Looking to throw it. Minshew. It's complete. Abdullah. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to the ground now. Here's Abdullah.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll go Madison up the middle. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Dolphins have got it.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, meaning taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover.
Now Tua.
Throw left side complete. That's Smith.
Now 2nd and 4. Throwing Tua up the middle, Achane.
And they'll get him down here at the 23.
Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. Connecting with Hill.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Here's 1st down. Tua. That'll be caught by Hill.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Now they can only stop it once more. Here's 1st and 10.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Divine Diablo dropping him behind the line of scrimmage.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. Here's Tua. He'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play...
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end. Being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block. And you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Barkley, inside handoff. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. So from the 37, here's 2nd and 9. Here's Hurts to throw. Rolling to his right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football, and he's got a first. They run behind center with Gainwell. And able to give one man the slip there as he works his way forward for about 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Six. Barkley, toss play left. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Escaping the pressure right. Complete. Smith has it. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Check. Check 43.
Another try for Barkley. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. C.J. Uzomah, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And Hill will opt for the touchback. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. On play action, here's Tua. Finds Hill on the crossing route, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll be stopped right there at the 31. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I don't see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
No sign of Tua departing. 4th down. They're going for it.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Achane trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Achane will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown.
Boy, 2 long, sustained drives by each team to start things out. It's kind of similar to how the pitch clock has shortened baseball games. That means we'll be out of here quickly if we get a few more drives like that. We're in the 2nd quarter now, and we've only had 1 drive apiece, each of which have ended with touchdowns.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the screen there at second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Tua's throw caught by his receiver, Hill.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Tua going to throw. Short throw to Smith.
Finding room at midfield.
But he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off two huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports.
And Hill will opt for the touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
So still 14 yards to go. Second down.
Now Tua.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 60 yards.
And the Dolphins are able to add on to that lead.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jordan Poyer. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got... EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida and Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. Right to the air is Burrow. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Looking deep here for Chase.
He's got it at the 15. Touchdown.
Jamar Chase.
55 yards.
And the Bengals march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24.
And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their own 24. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
That's going to be caught downfield by Hill.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start.
They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Achane here, they stay on the ground.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
They'll run. Achane hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Now an open man, that's the tight end Gesicki. It's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. An inside give, Brown. He'll rumble for about 6, up across the 20 to the 22.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Burrow looking to pass. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Here we go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll run on 3rd down with Brown. And he's got a Bengals 1st down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action with Burrow. Got a man. It's Brown. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. He will find his man Chase complete. And they'll get to him right away as he's taken down right there at the 44. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another 1st down.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Here we go.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Bengals go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the...
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Tua. On target over the middle to Hill. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and, you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now it's Burrow. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there, waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Burrow. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving him up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Again, it's Achane.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. It's caught on the right side at Smith. Touchdown! Jonnu Smith from 10 yards out.
And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. Now he's into the clear again, and he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
A big play there just before halftime, and even 50 yards.
I'll tell you what, he's got 2 touchdowns on the ledger already, and that very well could have been a 3rd. They have had absolutely no answer for him defensively, and he's just run free all game long.
And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again.
Touchdown, Bengals.
Jamar Chase
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Bengals will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here's Tyreek Hill back to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Tua and the Dolphins offense staying put. They'll go for 2. Tua going to try and throw for it, eluding the pressure right. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their own 21. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Gets this one to Hill. Dances by him. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Up the middle, Achane.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
They'll give this to Achane.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Achane. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. A run now from Achane.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. This is Achane.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Here's Achane.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Devon Achane.
A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he will get into the end zone, and it's now a 2-score game as the lead moves to 9. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Sheds off the tackle. And the decision to bring it out, a poor one, especially given the new rules. They're going to be backed up deep to start this drive.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Play action. It's Burrow.
Looking deep here for Chase.
A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big play there for Cincinnati. 42 yards.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the fourth quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to...
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
Chase Brown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Bengals have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And Hill will opt for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definite.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now run by HN.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Play action. Now it's Tua.
That is caught.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 32-yard line. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Achane.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to have a Miami first down, and the Dolphins are going to win the football game. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So he jumped as a safety. You might know a thing or two about that from your playing days.
Well, I remember creeping up near the line of scrimmage on certain blitzes or certain coverages. Never jumped off sides, though.
Not once?
Not once. I wish I had a few times. I would have stopped some of those plays I got toasted up on.